I only lost a half a step.
Mayor, I'd like to call to order the work session meeting of the Elmwood Park Mayor Council for August 4th, 2022, to order at 7:01 p.m. On roll call, we have Council Members Ballesteri. She's here, she just stepped out. Dennis? Here. Golubek?
Here.
Pellegrin?
Here.
Sheridan?
Here.
Council President Fasolo?
Here.
Mayor Coletti?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our special action items council meeting. I want to thank you all for coming tonight and braving the temperatures. 100 degrees, that's not something to sneeze at, to say the least. So let's get started here. Whereas Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of the State of New Jersey require at the commencement of every meeting a statement of compliance be read by the presiding officer. Now, therefore be advised that the meeting requirements for this meeting have been met by publishing a special meeting notice in the Record and Herald News, and by posting such notice in the office of the Borough Clerk, as well as in a public place within the municipal building, and also by notifying interested citizens. Said notice was posted and transmitted on January 8th, 2022, and published on January 11th, 2022. Ms. Morris.
Thank you. At this time, we will have our CFO, Roy Rigatano, come up to give the audit report.
This better be short.
Good evening, everyone. So one of the requirements of the law of audit is that I appear before you to discuss the audit findings. Happy to report you have 4 findings which are minimal, but I still have to go over them with you. So with that said, one of the findings was our capital fund. We have a couple of unfunded portions of the ordinances that have to be funded. So we'll fund those next year. How that happens is we'll spend additional funds on change orders, and because the grant only pays X amount, the borough has to fund that incremental amount of money. The big deal for me was on the vacation pay. You're going to see when we do the salary ordinance, it's going to be a range. Most, if not all, towns do ranges for that reason. So that if someone decides under contractual negotiated agreement to cash in on some vacation time, the law requires that we do a, what am I looking for? The actual range instead of one number in the salary ordinance. So that already has been corrected. The outside duty for police officers, we have to be more cognizant on the billing, even though we do get all of our money. The auditor wanted to see a more detailed ledger on that. Because we are now with Jobs for Blue, which is running fantastic, I don't think we'll see that comment next year either. And finally, just some housekeeping, just a better record keeping on some of the receipts on revenue. They should be recorded on the software program. We're keeping records, but the auditor would like to see a closed system. So it's going to take a little time to do, but we're progressing in the right direction. That is your audit. The only other comment was in the court, tickets assigned were not issued over 108 days, must be recalled or reassigned. Very common audit comment throughout the state for the courts. So with that said, there's a affidavit, if you can all sign it this evening. Shanae will be publishing synopsis of audit. I'll be doing the corrective action plan, which I just presented to you. Hopefully in a week or so we can upload that to FAST software system with the state. And then we'll be looking for some more grant money in October. Any questions?
Gordy, just from the past, this sounds relatively small in terms of items of correction. Am I correct in saying that?
Yes. So what I did was I went back, by the way, this is my 24th budget. Yesterday was my 24th year anniversary. I want to thank you for the gold watch, Mayor. Yeah.
You better get it checked out and see if it's gold or not.
Well, I know it started to crisp up from the heat. Anyway, there were pages when I first came here of audit comments, and it took a good 10 years to get it to the level of what I thought was acceptable. This is exceptional, and that is because the council funding the proper labor. And of course, I can't say enough about the BA, who is completely hands-on with all of the projects, human resources, you name it. And it's just so nice that if I have a question, CFO, literally in minutes, it's done, whatever it may be. So again, thank you, council, for support.
Council, any questions?
I just have a comment. I just want to thank you because you always do an exceptional job for our borough. And when you say it so, like I never doubt you because I know you do your homework and your research. So I know you work very, very hard on this to make sure that we get a great audit. And I just want to say I appreciate you and thank you.
Thank you very much.
Any other words for CFO?
I have a
Yes,
question.
I have, oh, sorry.
You got a question? You
wanna go ahead?
Yeah, okay. No, I just want to say, just like Councilwoman Lorraine Pellegrin said, we have a total faith in you. I don't question anything, that you've overview everything. You're just so, I don't know, how do I put it? You're just excellent how everything is put in order. And if we have any questions, we can call you, and you'll always fill us in on what we're confused about. And I have to say that you always do a phenomenal job each and every year. So thank you, Roy.
Thank you.
Tanisha?
I just have a question for you, Roy.
Sure.
With this type of feedback, does that mean that we did not pass the audit? Do they come back and review this year to make sure it was done, or they just look for the corrections for next year?
This would be implementation this year for the audits, for the comments that were made. This is actually last year's work that was audited, and I'm presenting to you last year's work in which most of these comments already have been rectified after January 1st of this year. So this is last year's audit.
Okay. So does
Any
that
other-
mean like we didn't pass last year? Is that this?
I'm sorry?
When they give you this type of feedback, is that their way of saying we didn't fully pass, or this is just?
No, we passed the audit. The big deal is there's two comments. There's what I call housekeeping, which is this, and then you have the egregious, where there could be pilferage, theft, not following up with a grant, losing money. It could go on and on and on, and we don't have any of that here.
Thank you.
Anyone else care to say a nice thing about our CFO? Or you can even say a bad thing if you want. No? Roy, with all these nice comments, please keep in mind that this doesn't automatically mean you can ask for a raise.
Oh, I wouldn't,
Okay.
or a gold watch. Thank you.
And take the rest of the night off, Roy.
Thanks, Mike.
At this time, we will be moving on to our consent agenda. We have resolutions R-280-22, award proposal for design services, Alignment Group for year 2022, CDBG 15th Avenue, 53rd to 55th Street. R-281-22, appoint temporary inspector, Building Department. R-282-22, approve annual municipal audit report for the year 2021. R-283-22, adopt corrective action plan for the 2021 municipal audit. R-284-22, resolution to rescind liquor license renewal, Zelda Liquors number 0211-33-020-009. Resolution R-285-22, Resolution to rescind liquor license renewal Zelda Liquors number 0211-33-020-009. R-286-22, renew liquor license for the 2021-2022 license term. R-287-22, renew liquor licenses for the 2022-2023 license term. R-288-22, appointing NW Financial Group LLC as financial advisor. R-289-22, appoint firefighter. R-290-22, hiring employees to staff the Elmwood Park Emergency Medical Service Unit. R-291-22, resolution to approve the consent agenda.
May I have a motion on the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? I have a question.
Yes.
On the resolution to rescind liquor licenses on 2 applications there, what caused that? Do we know?
So in 2021, the municipality was not aware that the license holder had to apply for a 1239 petition, which is for them to have an active license. So they were approved in 2021 when they shouldn't have been. And the same thing happened again in 2022 for the 2023 term. And they both had to be rescinded, and now they have all the proper paperwork in. So now they can renew their license for both terms. Even though the year 2021 and 2022 is over, it's just for proper record
Wow.
keeping.
Wow,
The state
that's-
asks that we rescind and renew.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess no further discussion. Let's call the roll, please.
Okay, first by Pellegrin, second by Council President Fasolo. On roll call, we have Council Members Ballesteri,
Yes.
Dennis,
Yes.
Golubek,
Yes.
Pellegrin,
Yes.
Sheridan. Yes. Council President Fasolo.
Yes.
Motion carries. Sal?
Yes.
Was there another item that you wanted to mention?
With regards to certain issues, regards to certain issues that I think the council should be aware of, there's one matter which there's a proposal for a fundraising activity of the car show, with the borough participating in using the property of Sarah property on Broadway, right?
Yeah, 180.
Yeah, because of the time lapsing for us to get approval from the insurance carriers to approve that kind of activity with the borough. We just got the approval that everything is okay, so I would request at this time if you can approve it verbally, and so the resolution can be approved orally, and then the resolution can be memorialized the next meeting, so that the activity can be conducted on the 13th.
Anyone have a problem with that? Any
And that's
que-
the fundraising activity for the veterans.
All right. So I guess we'll call the roll on that? Is that the way this is done,
Yeah,
Sal?
if you have a motion
A motion and then
to
call the roll.
approve a resolution authorizing the activity, a second, and then a roll call.
Okay.
Okay.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll?
First by Pellegrin, second by Council President Fasolo. On roll call, we have Council Members Ballesteri,
Yes.
Dennis,
Yes.
Golubek,
Yes.
Pellegrin,
Yes.
Sheridan.
Yes.
Council President Fasolo.
Yes.
Resolution approved. At this time, we will now be moving to the caucus room to have our regular work session discussion. We will be moving from video to audio recording, and the public is welcome to join us in the caucus room for our regular work item discussion. Thank you. Chief, you can stop.